What is going on, guys? Jack here, and let me be honest with you, I'm pooping myself. It's the Champions League final. If Messiah Ono plays against us and scores against us, if you can't remember Ono because he never really played for us, we sold him to PSG for £4 million 4 years ago. He will probably score against us today. I really hope he doesn't, right midfielder. They've got Valenzuela up front for them, the Peruvian. He looks quite good, if we're honest. He's got 20 goals in 23 league and games. Only 2 in the Champions League, though. So perhaps a weak link there. Du's on the ball. Mosca's through. Go on, please, hit that. He scores. Let's go. 1-0. Let's go. Second shot of the game for us. This was a mistake. The ball going forward. It's Rodas for them. Down the right-hand side. Crosses it in back post. Gaiganov flicks it only as far away as Ono. Ono passes it to Valenzuela. They score. And this is a kick-off highlight, Jack. It amounts to nothing. It doesn't amount to anything. That said, they now have a goal kick and this could amount to something. They're on the ball. Santiago out wide to Rodas. Whips it in and it's Valenzuela again. A minute into the second half, PSG get another goal. It's very much in the bounce. And now Valenzuela with an effort. Assad, they've scored again. PSG make it 3-1. And the longer this goes on, the more I lose hope. Ono going forward. It's going to be a fourth. We've thrown men forward. PSG have punished us. It's Messiah Ono, our former man with 2. And it's been an incredible run to get to this final. But it's going to end now. It's heartbreaking. We lose in the Champions League final, our first ever Champions League final. We're given £7.5 million to getting that far. I don't care about the money. We don't need the money. Oh, heartbreak. Heartbreak. Well, it's time, isn't it? It's take 2 of a Champions League final. You're going to be sat there thinking, Jack, you're not suited and booted. I'm not. I'm wearing a Lewis FC kit. I feel like this might bring us some luck. It's been bitterly disappointing this year, kind of thinking about the what-ifs of the last Champions League final. Russo up top for them, and, Rogachev as their out-and-out striker. We knew that this was going to be a tough game. The more I look at this Real Madrid side, though, the more I realise just how much we are going to be against the odds here. They're a great team. We need to defend well here from the start, though. Daniele Russo saved. I mean, that's not the start we want, is it? 30 seconds gone. Real Madrid flying away with it. That said, we do have a set piece here. Gerrard whipped him. Mustafa wins it. Assad with the header. We bite back immediately. 1-1 here. Heads it clear. Just end the highlight, please. We're on extended highlights. There's going to be pointless ones. This isn't a pointless one. Daniele Russo with a dagger through my heart. 5 minutes gone. We've had 3 goals. Absolute madness. Real Madrid on the break here, potentially. We need to defend well. They've got so many men over. Rogachev hits the post, gets the What is happening? Less than 10 minutes gone. There's been 4 goals, but they've not gone the way we want them to go. Real Madrid, they've been the better team in this game. They now have a set piece too. It's whipped in. It's saved. This is just embarrassing. Daniele Russo scores again. I mean, what is happening? I mean, he scored a hat-trick. He scored a hat-trick against us. My old player. I mean, this is embarrassing. That looked like a foul on Thiago. Thiago's probably going to get sent off. Gaiganov, whip it in. Gerrard, let's go. 5-2. I mean, we still have a chance. It's been a mad start to the game. 25 minutes gone. 7 goals. Now can we break? 5-3 at the break, and I feel like we have a chance. Paul Smith crosses it across. Gilva, Moscas finishes it. Let's go. It's 5-3. What is happening in this game? This is madness. We have a set piece here. Oliveira crosses it in. Headed away. Volsky with the effort. Mosca hits the woodwork. Gigo clears it. There's Duz. Options inside. Switches it to Gaiganov. Can he pull it back? He can. Back post. Duz hits the woodwork. And it's so close. So disappointing. A second Champions League final that we've lost. What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 179 of the Rise to Glory here at Gibraltar Apex. And today, it's Champions League final, take 3. Benfica, the team who are hopefully going to be our victims. I'm really hoping we win this one. It's obviously our 3rd time in a final. Obviously, last year we missed out. 2 previous years before that, we lost at this stage against PSG and Real Madrid. I've got to be honest and say that I think this is our best chance in the final. I don't necessarily want to underestimate Benfica too much, but we beat them twice in the group stage. If we just take a look at our road in the Champions League just to kind of confirm that a little bit. But it's been a good run this year. But Benfica, we've beaten them twice this year, and I'm hoping that we can do the same again today. So anyway, just looking at our run, you can see we were in Group A with Club Cluj, a Romanian side, Stuttgart and Benfica. We lost just one group stage game away from home against Stuttgart. Perhaps the results to take note of, the fact that we beat Benfica 4-2 at home, and of course we scored another 4 as we won 4-3 away from home. So I feel like going into this game, we kind of have the mental edge a little bit. Anyway, in the knockout stages, we took on Juventus in the first kind of knockout round. And as you can see here, first leg, 2-1 defeat. Wasn't great. You know, it had kind of minor kind of resemblances, I guess, of the defeat to Stuttgart. However, in the second leg, we just turned it up to another notch, I think it's fair to say. We won 5-0. Girard got man of the match, scored 4. Mosca with 2 assists and a goal to his name as well. We then, of course, moved on to play Manchester United, the team who knocked us out in the quarter-finals last year and who themselves were the holders of the Champions League. We beat them in the first leg 4-2, incredibly convincing performance. And in the second leg, we followed it up with another amazing performance, another 4 goals in the first half. And ultimately, we ran riot, winning 8-3 on aggregate. Going into the semi-final, Real Madrid, probably the best team in Europe right now. We managed to beat them though, and we beat them pretty unconvincingly in the end. Of course, in the first leg, it was a 1-1 draw. Girard with a penalty for us. Daniele Russo replied in the same minute, but you can kind of see looking at the stats, we were in control of this game. We had more chances, we just didn't take them. And well, that was a little bit of a different story going into the away leg. Real Madrid 2, Apex 2. We went through on away goals. Du's 72nd minute strike, a great goal. And we had to peg Real Madrid back twice from behind in order to win this game. And I don't think we necessarily deserved to win this game, but we took chances that came our way. We went in with a game plan and, well, for the last 20-odd minutes, we defended very, very well with our backs up against the wall. So anyway, that's our run to get here against Benfica. Benfica, of course, as I mentioned, a side who we've beaten twice before and who I really back us to beat. Another reason I expect us to beat them is because of this. Now, you'll see here, I've got a brand new view called the Scout Squad view, which I've been using a little bit. And it just gives you a brief overview of teams kind of that you're coming up against. So, for example, here we can see a few key players injured for Benfica. You can see Tuati, their first choice goalkeeper, an Algerian, 32 years old, a very good keeper as well. He's played 3,662 minutes and been a very key player for them this year. He's out injured. That means that this guy, Bruno, is going to be the replacement. 21 years old, he's only played, I think, 300-odd minutes this season, and he has to come in and play this game. And as you can see, he's not played in the last 20 games this season. Anyway, they've also got Savindi out there, right back, a key player for them, the Turkish player. Another player who's played a lot of first-team football. They also have Joaquim here, who is out injured, a Portuguese kind of centre-mid playmaker, out with a virus, but not fit for today's game. And perhaps the keyest player for all of them they've got out is Amorim, who is very much considered one of their best players. If we just sort by ability here, you can see right at the top of the pack, 21 years old, out injured. And if we sort their team by minutes played, you can see here that of their 6 kind of most frequently played players, 4 of them are out injured today. They are missing key players. We have to take advantage of this. They've still got some good players with the likes of Regis, who's a very, very good centre-back. And if we just sort here, you can see they've also got João Pedro, who's a player we're going to have to be very wary of. A player who I have tried to sign a few times in recent years, but decided that he wasn't necessarily the player that we needed. So anyway, that is the Benfica squad. It's a good side. They've done well this year. They'll be hoping to obviously kick on and win this. We go in with a little bit of an edge, I feel like, in terms of the fact that, well, as you guys know, we beat them twice. And I'm going to repeat that because I feel like it is a massive, massive point to make. Anyway, looking at their predicted lineup, predicted to play a narrow 4-3-3, a formation which has plagued me with some trouble over the last few years. In terms of how we're going to approach this game, I'm pleased to say the entire team is at full fitness. There is not a lot to change. In goal, 34-year-old Ludwig Young. He's been here a while. He's experienced 2 Champions League finals. He craves to be the winner of one, and today is going to be his chance in goal. At left back, we have Kabasele. In the centre back positions, we have Astada Mustafa. Of course, worth noting that our back 4 and goalkeeper, both, I think they've all appeared in every Champions League final we've played so far. This kind of set up these 5 players. They've been together for 5 seasons. They know how each other play. And, well, it's theirs to lose, I feel like, in the defensive department. It's an area where we've always done well, hoping they can step up to the plate today. Moving on into the midfield, we have Gilvan, Mini Mosca and Volsky. Gilvan, obviously the Brazilian, fantastic player, capable of scoring a screamer. At right centre mid, we have Volsky, the playmaker, a great player for us in recent years. In the Champions League this year, you can see a 7.55 average rating. Appeared in a lot of games, a good player for us, and hopefully he can give a great performance today. In the centre defensive mid role, it's Mini Mosca. 11 appearances again in the Champions League. Played a lot of games for us. Needs to keep his discipline today, but I'm really hoping that he can give a memorable performance, the 24-year-old Spanish international. Anyway, in centre attacking mid, we go with Gilvan, the Brazilian. This guy, 14 goals in 12 Champions League games this year and 6 assists. An incredible player. An 8.19 average rating for him in this competition. We then move on to Duz, who himself is obviously a natural-born goal scorer. 5 goals for him in 8 Champions League games. Of course, he got the important one in the semi-final to get us this far. And the kind of final, I guess, piece in the jigsaw, Mosca up front. The number 9, 27 years old now, 21 appearances for Gibraltar, 18 goals. We need goals from him today. He's got 11 goals and 8 assists in 8 appearances and 4 off the bench. He has goals in him. He is the goal-scoring man, I think it's fair to say. He's now in his 8th season with the club, and I'm really hoping that this is going to be the season where he really kind of takes things to another level by winning this tournament. Anyway, on the bench we have options. We have Juan, the Spanish centre-back. We have Villalba, who of course returned to the squad in January. Been a very good backup for us. A player who's made an impact in some Champions League games. You can see 1 assist, 1 appearance in the Champions League, 2 off the bench as well. A 7.6 average rating, not bad at all for a player kind of coming on off the bench very frequently. I've got 2 sentimental players on the bench a little bit. First of which is Joe Bouchard. 34 years old. It's his 15th season at Gibraltar Apex. He's been here since the beginning. Since kind of we first went pro, since we first kind of reached the Champions League. He wants to be the man to help us lift this trophy today, and he's going to be an option on the bench. I'm hoping that we're 5-0 up and we can just bring on Joe Bouchard. It's a bit of a sentimental one, really. The next player we have, Dominic Eller, the German, 19 years old. Been a great talent for us this year, really has performed, and done okay when he's been called upon in the Champions League, really, in their knockout stages. We then have Junior and Paul Smith offering us options out wide. Junior, of course, Brazilian international, a really fantastic player. In the Champions League, he's made 7 appearances, 4 starts, 3 subs. He's got a goal and 4 assists, 8.36 average rating. He's done very, very well for us out wide when we've needed him too. The next player we have, Paul Smith, much like Bouchard, Young, and, Young, Bouchard. That's the 2. There's no others. They come as a trio. But Paul Smith, what a player. 15 years at the club. 2 Champions League finals to his name already. Let's hope that this third one can be the one where he lifts the trophy as club captain. And the last player we have, Glenn Andre, the Frenchman. An incredible talent, 19 years old. Played fairly well in Champions League games when we've called upon him. And he's going to be our option on the bench for today's game. So anyway, that's the team. I'm hoping that we can do the business. It's been a long, long slog, but this season we have, I feel like, taking things up to another level. You look at games against Juventus and Manchester United, it's been absolutely incredible. Benfica, as predicted, going to play their narrow 4-3-3. I feel like we match up quite nicely to that. I'm going to try and encourage the players and, I don't know, just kind of encourage them, I guess, in this game. I want to get them motivated for this game. I want to see our players lift the trophy at the end of this because they deserve it. It's been 23 years of grinding and we've got to this point, and I'm just now hoping that we can just take it to that next notch and win obviously the Champions League final. I am going to just quickly pause it. I'm going to have the highlights on extended for today's game. It's probably going to make my commentary more rambly, but it's a big game, it's a big final. We want to see it in its fullest. And actually we're going to be on the attack here. Gerard Gilvan, finish that. Is that a clear-cut chance in the first minute? It is. 5 minutes in. Gilvan, a player who can definitely score, hasn't there. A real opportunity as well. Benfica broken down early on. Look at the stats of this game. We've come out the traps flying, really. We've been slightly better. That said, Benfica's still on the ball, and you'd have to say the difference between the two sides isn't that vast right now. Mini Mosca, though, breaking down the play. Mosca now. Duz on ahead of him. He runs on his own. Lays it out wide to Gaiganov. Can he get it in the middle? He can. Duz is there. Let's go! The Belgium scores. A player who he's been a bit out of the first team this year. There's been a few games when he's been dropped, and I almost took him off, if you can remember, in the second leg of the semi-finals. He's come up big for us here, though. Gaiganov with the ball to the back post. Mosca very unselfish here. Gaiganov just knocks it past his man. The number 2 whips it into the back post, and Duz absolutely leaps like a giant. He is a giant. He's a very tall player. He wins the ball there, diverts the ball into the top left corner, and we are a goal to the good here. I don't recall us ever being... Were we in the lead of a Champions League game? I think we were against PSG, actually, before we collapsed and lost 4-1. I'm hoping that today that we can just kind of continue how we're playing now, I guess. Looking at the stats, Benfica had slightly more of the ball. We have a set piece, though. Near post, Mosca collects it, shoots. That should have been a goal. It should have been a goal. Benfica might look to counter now. Nice tackle. Ball's going to be cleared. It was a clear-cut chance that we've squandered. A little bit young. Not with the best clearance there either, but, well, 37 minutes gone. This game is very tight. We are on top, but we need to make this count. Mosca running down the right. Can he get it into the middle this time? He's tackled, but Volsky to Gilvan. Duz, can he hit it? Narrowly wide. Would have been his brace there if he could have got that. And, well, the goal margin still at 1. Benfica now with the ball down this left-hand side. They've got a few options here. Gaiganov, though. Nice interception. Yao Pedro, the winger, might try and get the ball here. He will. Can he whip the ball in? Let's hope not. Mustafa, great tackle by the Egyptian. Ronald, though, puts it back in the mixer. Young collects. Well, 1-0 up. Deservedly so. Cabasello on a booking is a little bit concerning. He was on a booking early on. Joaquim now crosses it in. It's headed away by Assad. Yao Pedro scores. Of course, Assad, a former Benfica player, and he gives it to his former teammate, Yao Pedro. One of the big talents in this Benfica side, and it's a chance out of really nothing. Assad does well to hook that away, he has to. Half volley, though, swept into the bottom right corner. Young can't really do a lot about that, to be honest. And it's 1-1 here. Benfica, through what can only really be described as a sweet, sweet strike, get back into this game. It's 1-1. Looking at the stats, we've had clear-cut chances. Benfica have edged possession, but, well, so far, an incredibly tight game at half-time. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy. I want to get them fired up. And, well, they've reacted exactly how I wanted them to. In the midfield, we're not performing great at the moment. We've got options, obviously, with the likes of Ella, Junior, Paul Smith, even Bouchard, if we really want to mix up the midfield. But right now, we need to kind of concentrate a little bit more in this game. We're not creating enough. And when we are creating stuff, we're not taking those opportunities. And it's imperative, I guess, that we do that if we want to get the win today. Benfica, set piece here deep. Kante to Yao Pedro out on the left. He cuts inside. It's a nice block. Mendoza now with Arroyo. Crosses it in. It's offside. We have a set piece. Gerard whips in. Cabasele in there. Cleared it only as far away as Mosca. Volsky's there. Can he pull the trigger? He lays it off to Duz. Beats his man. Shoots. It hits the woodwork, I think. It didn't, actually. It was a save. Ball back into the mixer. Mustafa, the 6'7" Egyptian. You'd put your house on him to win that header there. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it. But we really are applying pressure here. We are the team in control. Mosca through. Can he finish it? He lays it off to nobody. And now Benfica actually on a 3-on-1 at the back. Mustafa, I think that was a foul. Not given. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Kante now with it for Benfica. I'm genuinely nervous. I'm not enjoying this game. Mendoza to Benetti. Lays it inside. Joaquim now. Plays it forward to Nazim. Belinas shoots. Young with the stop. A nice save there by him. Benfica making an early change in this game tactically. I don't know if we should be doing the same. Kante commits a foul for Benfica there. The chance goes. Still in control of this game in terms of the shots, but Benfica are having slightly more possession and they are the team seemingly having a lot of highlights going forward. Arojo out on the left-hand side now. Belinas lays it inside to Yao Pedro. We know how dangerous he is. Gaiganov wins it though. There could be a break on here. Duz, back to Mosca. Use your pace, son. Can he get the ball in? Duz is there. So Gerard. It hits the crossbar. In fact, he doesn't. The keeper saved it. Fair play to him. It was a cross that almost went in. Assad wins the header. Yao Pedro with the block. It's a lot of set pieces. A lot of corners coming our way in this game. We really need to take one if we can. Mosca to Duz. Gilvan. Can he hit that? He can't. Can't pull the trigger. Volsky to Mini Mosca. We go again here. Gerard, Duz. Lays it inside. Mosca, he's offside. It was a disallowed goal. Mosca with the finish. It was a nice finish as well. And now Benfica coming for Belinas to Yao Pedro. He's got one to his name already. Joaquim puts it narrowly wide there. That was a really good opportunity for them. Looking at how we're getting on in this game so far, Mini Mosca not having the greatest game. I kind of want to persevere with him. Volsky's not having a great game either. He's looking nervous. Part of me really wants to bring on Joe Bouchard as a playmaker. Would it be foolish to do that decision more with my heart than my head? It possibly would be, but Volsky's looking nervous, and I don't really like that. I don't like to see a player looking nervous in this game. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap that out, and I'm also going to take off Gilvan, I think. He's not playing amazingly for us, and I'm actually going to bring in Dominic Ella. So we're going to bring in kind of the new and the old. Ella, the young German who has been selected in Germany's World Cup squad, and also, well, Moscow's free. Finish that. It's another save by the keeper. 3 clear-cut chances. But no, the new and the old. Bouchard, 34 years old. Ella, 19. A generation between them. But they are going to join the ranks in our midfield and hopefully be tide turners in this game as Bonetti brings the ball forward. Benfica with loads of men forward. It's crossed in. Nazim shoots. It's saved by Ludwig Young. What a stop that is. Benfica's first clear-cut chance of the game. Ludwig Young stands tall and firm, however. And there is 20 minutes left. And we're the team on the attack. Doos here to Bouchard. Pull that, Joe. He hits it. It's blocked away. Assad, though, collects. Can we rebuild again from the back here? Dominicella, number 30 and number 23. Bouchard. And, of course, Aman Mosca. It's a goal. Let's go. 2-1. I should celebrate that more. It's Mosca with the finish. A really nice goal by him. It was Doos as well. An unlikely provider, really, out on the left-hand side. It's a delightful ball. He has one man to aim for, and it's Mosca who just lunges in. The commitment there to get to that has brought a smile to my face. What an incredible goal by him there. Absolutely threw himself at the ball. Benfica, though, still time. 20 minutes left. They cross it in Nazim, the target man. Ferreira at the edge of the box. Bonetti, Assad wins that. Girard, can we break here? Doos. Regis collects, one of their key players at centre-back. Ball forward, Joaquim, Bolinas. They've got so many men forward. João Pedro, he has 1 goal to his name. He has 2 goals to his name. Benfica fight back immediately. We need to do a team talk. I'm going to just encourage the players. It's a goal. It's João Pedro's second. He's scored a few from midfield. Maybe I should have signed him. I talked about the fact I didn't decide to sign him at a few points in recent years. He's got a goal for them there. He is carrying this Benfica side right now. 15 minutes left, 2-2. Set piece, Joe Bouchard whips it in. It's cleared away. Now with Correa, who's going to pass it up to Bolinas, who lays it across. They've got so many men forward, have Benfica. Gaiganov, what a tackle that is. Clears up to Mosca, knocks it down to Girard. A 1-2 there. Thread it to Doos. Doos is through. Finish that. Puts it wide. Such a good chance. 2-2. It remains. We've had more chances. We've had the better chances. João Pedro's been very clinical, though. We win the ball, though. That's Mini Mosca with another key tackle, though. He seems to be breaking down a lot. Doos now bringing it forward. Dispossessed by Bonetti. And now it's going to be a build job from the back. Can we win the ball in the air? Assad, of course he can, but only knocks it down to João Pedro. He'll want his hat-trick from midfield. The number 7, and while they're stretching us wide here, Benfica crossed in. Mustafa with a great header. It's still in the danger zone, though, and Young with another stop. A half chance falls Benfica's way. Ludwig Young stands tall and firm. He's had a pretty good game, I think it's fair to say. I know he's conceded 2. They've been very, very good strikes. And now we bring the ball forward. It's a 2-on-2 at the back. The ball to Cabasele. Up to Ella now. Dominic Ella. Frederic Girard. And he scores. It's offside. It's offside. And I knew it was. Ella would have had an assist. Girard would have got the goal. It would have been 3-2. That's the second offside goal that we've had disallowed. Oh, man. 8 minutes left. I don't want this to go to extra time and penalties. I don't think I could deal with it. The ball forward. Ferreira to Nazim. Now with Joaquim out wide. Benfica going to be looking for it in the centre. Young, you've got to collect that. He does. Squeaky bum time when it goes towards your keeper like that and you're on the longer highlights. Girard wins that nicely. Can he get the second ball? He can't, but, well, after a bit of a battle, it's actually Benfica who come away with it. Joaquim lays it out wide. Bonetti crossing it and Mustafa wins it well. Joaquim side netting. Could have been an incredible goal if he'd scored that. 5 minutes left. We have 1 sub left. Kind of want to hold on to it, though. I don't want to make it too soon. 40 minutes left, or 40 seconds left, rather, a regular time, or we'll have another 30 minutes. Doos! He can't get there. I thought it was just going to break to him there. Ferreira with the ball. Nice high press from us. Assad to Mosca. There could be one last chance here with 40 seconds left. Mosca beats his man, shoots. It's blocked. Cabasele to Dominic Ella to Bouchard. Mini Mosca to Cabasele. Crosses in. Mosca back post. He puts it over. We're going to extra time. We're going to extra time. I'm going to encourage the players. Oh my gosh. I can't deal with extra time. It's 2-2. We've been the better team. Mini Mosca has stepped up. Cabasele struggling a little bit. A lot of our team struggling. I don't know what to do. I have 1 sub left. Let's just take a second and analyse what can we do here. I feel like the narrower systems work, and it's mostly a case of how do I want to change things. We've got a few options on the bench. We've got Junior, Paul Smith, or Glenn Andre. Actually, Junior and Paul Smith were really to be brought on as a duo to kind of play out wide if we wanted to stretch Benfica. Glenn Andre's a good option down the middle. Paul Smith could come on as a striker. Doos is looking pretty tired, but he's performed well. I think we'll leave it initially because the game could change. We might want to bring on another defender. We might need a goal scorer. We'll see how things pan out. The ball whipped in. Assad deals with it. Fairly composed. There, it is a set piece though to Benfica. Corner whipped in. Into the middle. Doesn't find its man. Gaiganov clears it. I'm not enjoying this. I'm not enjoying this one little bit. We've not had a Champions League final go to extra time before. Usually we've been annihilated after 90 minutes. That's kind of how it's gone. We might have a chance here. A minute left of the half. Mosca, Eller at the edge of the box. The German. Can he pull the trigger? What a goal, my son! What a goal! The 19-year-old German has pulled something out of the hat there and may well go down in Apex folklore. Mosca lays it off to him. He takes one touch, nudges it round his man, and then on his left peg, bang! Pick that out. What a goal that is. That is why he is on the plane to Canada for the Germany national side. He scores in a Champions League final. 15 minutes left. We're on top. Do I want to change this? Doos. Mosca. Beat your man. Go on. Why not? Doos. Let's go. Come on. 4-2. Oh my gosh. We're 2 goals up in a Champions League final with 15 minutes left. People are going to be screaming, Jack, go defensive. I don't know if I want to. We've scored 2 goals in, well, the space of 2 minutes in extra time. We scored one, as you can see, in the 105th minute and 15 seconds. We technically scored it 3 seconds later. It was actually 18 seconds later, just the way things work. Mini Mosca injured as well. I really wanted to bring on Paul Smith, but he doesn't fit the system. Do I just bring Paul Smith on for the narrative? Yeah, let's do it. I might regret this now, but Paul Smith, you're playing box-to-box centre mid. You've got 11 minutes left. You're 34. You've been here for the last 15 years. You deserve to play the rest of this game. If we were 1 goal up, wouldn't be making that change. Giroud's taken a knock. Doesn't matter. He still wins it in the air like an absolute monster. Gaiganov lays it off to Young. There's 4 minutes left. Ella with the header. Giroud, I don't care at this point. Waste time. Just kick it to their goalkeeper if you need to. Giroud wins it. Mosca looked offside. He's fouled by Ronald. He's off. See you later, son. Let's make... Okay, so at this point, I think the game's won. So I'm doing... I shouldn't be doing this, but Smith and Bouchard are going up top for the last 4 minutes, because why not? I know this one's going to be screaming for Ludwig Young to be the man to go forward. It's not happening. But I want Bouchard or Smith to score in the final if we can. And, well, they are down a man, Benfica. They'll be chasing the result. Let's see if we can make it happen. Cabasele, there's options in the middle. Just give it to... Oh, you greedy. You meant to give it for the narrative to the rear guard. The rear guard, that's not... The old guard is what I'm trying to say. You meant to give it to them. Let them score. Paul Smith, run, you old man. He can't. Gaiganov wins it. Up to Joe Bouchard. They're not very fast. They're not very fast. I mean, questionable defending by Benfica. We'll take it. 3 minutes left. Ball to Cabasele, not going to find its way. Doos, can he pick a ball into the box? Goes to Eller again. He scored 1 wonder goal. Why not another? Gaiganov, options in the middle, crosses it in. Doos is there. The pressure, we're not giving them an inch of space right now, Benfica. They are just kind of penned into their box, and that's going to be all she wrote. We are going to win a Champions League final. And it's been a long time coming, but we've got over the line. What a result. 4-2. Really can't fault the players. It's been so long coming. So long coming. Not the most convincing way to win it, if we're being honest, but we did what we needed to. We scored 4, again against Benfica. We've done that 3 times now this season in the Champions League. We were the better team. I'm a little bit annoyed it went to extra time, if I'm honest. But no, can't fault the players after that. What a performance it was. João Pedro actually got man of the match. 67,000 fans turned up for this game. And, well, to win a Champions League is just... It's been a long time coming. And we add our name to an illustrious list of teams who have beaten us over the last few years. And my word, that feels very, very good. Mini Mosca out, doesn't matter, it's the end of the season. We still have the Rock Cup to play, actually, because of the way the fixtures have kind of worked out. I just realised something here. So, I'm obviously going to the World Cup with Gibraltar. Sebastian Girard plays for Belgium, who are in our group. Sebastian Girard, I can give him injections and he could be out for 3 to 4 weeks, which means he'll miss the World Cup game against us. If I leave it to a physio, he'll probably be fit. Do I give him injections so he can play a Rock Cup final and then not play against us in the World Cup? Is that cheesy? I feel like in real life, a manager would never actually do that, but I'm sorry. Do I want to? I mean, the thing is, it could injure him further. I'm going to leave it to the physios. I'm going to be kind to him. He's been the top goal scorer in the Champions League. I mean, he'll now score a hat-trick against us in the World Cup, and I'm going to regret it all, but it's the way it works. Anyway, Champions League payouts. A few players getting fairly hefty bonuses for that. But no, we've gone into European football history. The Apex fans do a toast to me. How nice of them. Very, very happy, obviously. We've won a Champions League finally. We get £8.17 million, £8 million to be shared amongst the players for that. Money doesn't really matter to us. Gibraltar, top goal scorer. Gaiganov, 7 assists. Not bad for a right back. Not bad at all. What a result. What a way to cap off what's been a truly memorable season. If we just look at the Champions League stats real quick. Oh boy, you can see them here. Giroud, top goal scorer. Moscow actually came third in that as well. Gives you an idea of just how many goals we've scored and our ability to outscore the opposition. I mean, great play. Ludwig Young, one of the top appearance players, as was Mustafa and Mosca, to be fair. We had a fairly stable team this year. We were lucky with injuries. But, I mean, we rode our luck. We did what we needed to. And we come out winners. Sorry, I just banged my desk. I'm just a bit excited, really. Okay, well, we've done it, finally. Now we have a World Cup to look forward to. It doesn't stop, does it? Next episode is episode 180. For that one, it's not going to be the World Cup, actually. It's going to be the end of season review. We'll go into loads of nitty-gritty detail. We also have one game to play, which is going to be against Manchester 62 in the Rock Cup final. So that's something to look forward to there. Obviously, thank you so much for your support on this series, guys. It was a pretty epic final. I'm just delighted to finally win a Champions League final. I thought it was never going to happen. If you've enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like. If you've got any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And, well, other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. It is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.